A village in between unlike highways. Green color is what I see. Breezy wind, the summer nightfall makes me praise. This city always been forever kind. The empty space before in a meadow, now structure built within that houses me. This place brings people stick and bond like a doe, have parties at playground moving like a bee. As time goes by, more people stayed to live. Didn't notice, grew like flower of poppy, the garden of where I was a naive. Thought I am mango seed here, but a pea. This always stay in my heart, place of home, would never sway until I go to tome. Santa Rosa, Laguna, 14.2843 degrees north, 121.0889 degrees east. Physical parameters. The location. The neighboring landmarks around the village, Villa Caceres, Walter Mart is 1 kilometer away, and the hospital is 1.3 kilometer away. At the other side of the village, Balibago Complex, which has a school, church, grocery, school office supplies, and terminal, which is 1 kilometer away or 17 minutes through walking. Nissin Factory is beside the village too. Then, here is the village map showing where the site of program is. Neighboring context. There are existing structures beside the site which are the neighbors' houses, and at its right, the clubhouse where there is a pool, basketball and tennis court, parking, and playground. The vehicular circulation pattern of the site is that all sides are accessible to cars and bikes. The pedestrian circulation pattern around the site is the same as vehicles. Pedestrians can easily access or go in and out of the site with no problem. Next parameter is the size of the site, which is 40 meters by 10 meters, or 400 square meters. The man-made features of the site are the street signs almost in every corner, the textured concrete roads, and the concrete curbs. The natural features, specifically the vegetation, there are trees around the site but they don't disturb the actual site. The place is surrounded by grasslands as the village is not that occupied by houses yet. Climate. The wind direction based from the site is from northeast to southwest, while the sun path is from east to west with the orientation like in the diagram. Next is the temperature at the site. The average low temperature is 22.8 degrees Celsius and the average high temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. The humidity in the site is also considered and its average relative humidity is 80%. Last climate parameter is the rainfall amount in millimeters. Average amount of rainfall in a year in the site is 1,950 millimeters, and September is the month that has most rainfall. Next parameter is the sensory. From the site, the negative views are if facing the clubhouse and looking directly at the neighbor's house. The positive views are at the right with less housing and more greenery. The view of the main site has the most appealing view of passing vehicles. The noise around the site will be from the clubhouse, which involves many activities. When there are events in the clubhouse, it will be the noisiest, and during the afternoon, when children are playing. Other noises from the cars will be heard too, specifically the loud motorcycles and small racing cars. Lastly, the airborne pollutants will be coming from the main street from the smoke from the passing vehicles. The socio-cultural parameters. Santa Rosa City has 17 barangays with a total population of 296,621 as of 2013. Barangay Dila has 9.5% or 28,195 of Santa Rosa's population. The sex ratio of Barangay Dila is 50.40% female is to 49.60% male. The top age group in the barangay is the 20 to 29 years old with a 26.35% of the population. The age group are most probably college students and mostly working. A geological hazard in Santa Rosa is its floodplains, and Barangay Dila is part of it along with Makabling, Pook, parts of Balibago and Dita, and other barangays at the upper part of the city. The goal and objectives. The goal is to have a safe and creative space for young adults to work individually while being in the community, and the objectives are to create a space for individuals to get energized and stimulate their motivation, and to create a common space for individuals and groups to work on a project. As the top age group in Barangay Dila is 20 to 29 years old, I've considered creating a co-working space for them. Especially that today everyone is situated at home to work and study, I created this to have a separate space for work or study for the meantime. So the programs are: at the first floor, there is a small kitchen and pantry, dining table, reception, office desk, and more desks, and comfort rooms for both female and male. Another perspective of the first floor is there is an open area when you don't want to work on a desk anymore, and then there is the stairs, the desk, reception, and dining area at the opposite side. Going up, you'll see a desk, 4 meeting rooms, computer desk, another open area which is bigger than the first floor, and a veranda, a space when you need air. From the view from the meeting room can accommodate at least 6 people, and then there are computer desks and the veranda you'll see from the meeting room. And then a closer look at the open area on the second floor. Diagrams. First thing I did is elevated the building because the site was part of the city's floodplains. Next is I put up the walls at the left side of the structure to prevent noise from the clubhouse coming in. Because the best views are at the right side, I put the glass panels instead of walls to let the views of greenery in. To add more, because of the views, the structure is cut diagonally and see the west view or the sunset view. This cutting diagonally would also not let the noon sunlight in directly the building. Then, adding second floor to add more space. Next is, because of the wind direction, northeast to southwest, veranda was added so users could go there with the breeze. This side is also facing the east, so the morning sunlight is what hits the veranda, so the veranda doesn't get that hot at noon. Because of the climate, big amount of rainfall falls so eaves are added, and it also protects from too much heat from the sun. This is how the shape of the structure looks from the ground floor to the roof. The design process of the co-working space started from its macro-site analysis to its micro-site analysis. It was studying Santa Rosa City generally to studying Barangay Dila specifically. The physical parameters and socio-cultural parameters were researched and applied along with the goal and objectives for the community.